answers for today's artist. Presented by KwaShonne Sound and powered by SMG. I'm your knowledgeable host, KwaShonne, here to answer the question that made you click on this video. Let's get into it. How do I start my career in the music industry? So the answer is pretty much simple. It's nothing that you haven't done thus far within your life. If you're watching this, you just need to take a leap of faith. Just get into it. I'll tell you a story, right? When I first started, moved up here, was in college at Morehouse, shout out to Morehouse. And I was going for chemistry. It wasn't really too much of, my thing, so I was just wanted to do something, see what I can get, try to get a, quick degree or whatnot. Ain't nothing quick about chemistry. Long story short, I lost interest in it, and, music has always been there for me. So I wanted to start my career, and I just took a leap of faith and jumped right into it. My best friend at the time, Coach, shout out to Coach, probably watching this, bro. He was like, well, Uncle Terry on the east side, we can go to his studio and, get your start. And that's the thing about it that I implore all you guys to do. With starting, don't try to go to the biggest studio that you know or anything like that. If you can, find a homeboy, a family member, somebody that has a home studio so you can go and practice, because that's the biggest thing. You need to practice. You're gonna need to find your sound, no pun intended, for those who know. You're gonna wanna find your sound, so that's gonna take practice. You need to be in the studio, you need to be hearing yourself, because if you never recorded yourself, that first time you hear yourself, you're like, oh my God, who is that? That's you. You sound crazy. You don't sound crazy, but you have to get used to hearing yourself. And you might have to train your ear too. Some of y'all might be tone deaf. That's another video. But you want to practice as much as you can, because that's going to help you tremendously in the long run. So I wrote a song. I had a beat, I wrote a song, and I practiced day in, day out, leading up to the day that I was going to go to the studio, whatnot. The day came, right? And I was like, hey, Coach, man, call Unc and tell him that I'm going to write a little more. I don't want to come. Unc told me, stop being scary and bring my ass. And that's what I did. And I went to the studio, and that first day I recorded my first song ever that you guys will never, ever hear. Yeah, it was horrible. Horrible, but it was a start, and that's how I got to where I am today. It's good for practice. It's something special when you can just get in there, find your sound, and that's why I'm telling you guys, don't try to go to and pay and spend this money. Don't go to Patchworks here in Atlanta or whatever major studio that's in your city and try to go there. I implore you, it's something homely and more so fulfilling when you can get with somebody that you trust and practice and learn the ins and outs on how to record. Another story. Same day. When I got in there, I didn't know how to structure a song. When I was in that motherfucker, and I thought that songs was made in one take. So I did the hook, the verse, and then the hook. Once again, this song was horrible. Horrible, right? You can learn more when you're with somebody that you trust and that cares about you and want to see you go further. Because when you're paying and you're going to these big places that nobody don't really know you, bro, they there for the money. You're just gonna call a spade, they're there for the money, right? So find somebody that, saying that that you trust, and go in there and just learn yourself, find your sound, right? That's the best thing that you can do. So as you're finding your sound and you're working or whatnot, so of course you're gonna be like, well, Quay, I need beats and different things like that. This is gonna be like one of the only times that I actually tell y'all to do this, because I'm not into what I'm gonna tell y'all. I only condone this when you're in these starting stages, right? So I'm gonna give y'all that. It's okay to go on YouTube and snatch those beats up and just use those free beats or whatnot, right? Go ahead and snatch those beats up. It's cool. Don't worry about it at all. If you know me, you know KwaShonne. I don't believe in using any jack beats. That's what we call them. Like, I believe in owning all my stuff. So I like to go to producers, have them commission beats, or pay for the beat and get exclusive rights to them. But you're in the beginning phases of your career. So feel free to go to YouTube, grab you a type beat of your favorite artist or whatever, man, and have fun. Right now you're just practicing. You don't need to just like stress over trying to go buy your beat or anything. We're gonna get to that. It's gonna be later on. But right now you're practicing, you're trying to find your sound. Go on YouTube, find a nice beat, grab it, bro, and get in there and work. When I started, that's what I was doing. I did a lot of that. Well, I kind of had a cheat code too, because I had my uncle there. He makes beats or whatnot, DJ Grit Grain. So shout out to you. And I had my own personal producer, Dorian, DS Genius, as y'all may know. So, saying, if you can find somebody, or you've been talking with somebody or cool, or somebody that that's on their journey as well in that realm as a producer, that's a route that you can go as well, right? You can take that and y'all can work and build together. That's what me and Genius did. We built together. But if you don't have nobody like that, If you don't have a homeboy that makes beats or whatnot and that's willing to grow with you and stuff like that, just go grab some beats off YouTube, man. That's, it's the most simplest thing you can do because you're practicing right now. You see what I'm saying? Like, you're practicing, and it's okay. Just trying to get that sound together. When I started, it was a lot of trial and error. Like, I learned a lot of things, how to record myself in there, how to actually structure a song that is not just one take all the way through, like, hey, we're finna record the hook right now. Okay, now we're finna record the verse. Now we're finna record the ad-libs and all that other stuff. It was a beautiful thing being in there in that time. And that's one thing that you're gonna learn. You're gonna learn a lot of stuff through it. And while you're in there, you need to be able to, once you get comfortable with yourself, now, you're gonna move into the second part of starting your career to where you wanna actually get some feedback that's just not your circle, right? So you wanna put it out. I didn't tell you to go and put this out on Apple Music, Spotify, none of that. Unless you just fire. Some of y'all might just be fired like that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not even gonna downplay y'all or anything like that. You may be the next J. Cole. You may be the next Drake. You may be the next Kendrick Lamar. I wasn't. So, no. And for those who aren't, that's gonna take a little time to hone your craft. It takes time. It takes 10,000 hours to be a master at something. So don't be in a rush to run out there and say, throw all your stuff on Apple Music and, go to DistroKid and upload it and stuff like that. Take your time. Be lenient with yourself. You know where you can go? Go to SoundCloud. Contrary to popular belief, a lot of people, SoundCloud is not dead. It's actually still the #1 place for underground music or whatnot. And a lot of people still get a good buzz and following from SoundCloud. So I would advise you guys to, once you find these sound, those first few early songs or whatnot, take them, throw them on SoundCloud. A lot of my stuff, early stuff, is still on SoundCloud. The beautiful thing about it is doing it that way first until you know, because you'll know, like, okay, I feel like I found my sound and now I'm ready to get out here and get on all major platforms. Once you do that, you'll be able to see, like, from your start to your finish, like, dang, this is the first song that I did. It did this well. It did great. Like, dang, I remember hearing, I thought I was good or I thought I was the ish back then, but now look at me now. Like, I'm on all major platforms and I'm doing numbers and people are loving my music and whoop-de-whoop and scoop-de-scoop, right? SoundCloud is a great capsule. And a lot of times I go back and I go to SoundCloud and listen to my old music when I just need me maybe like a little pick me up or whatever. I just go and I'll be like, let me just listen to my old stuff, man. And I'm like, dang, I came a long way. My rhyme, my flow, everything, my singing is so much better than when I started. And I ain't gonna quit. I'm gonna keep going. It's a good little pick me up. So go to SoundCloud, right? Go to SoundCloud, put it out there. That's a global platform or whatnot. That's not major. So, at this point, you're not paying for nothing and all that stuff. You're just putting it out there and just trying to get your friends and people to give you feedback, people that you don't know, good feedback and stuff like that. And you're outside of your echo chamber, right? So that's a good place where I would tell you to go to, put your music out there. And YouTube. YouTube is cool too. YouTube and all that good stuff. And social media platforms too. But as far as major platforms, don't just rush out there to just throw something out there. You know what I'm saying? Because you want to make sure that you do it right. You want to make sure that you do it right. I always do it right. Never cut corners, right? Because if you cut corners, it's going to show up in your art. So go to SoundCloud, put it out there. So after you do that, the next thing that you want to do is that you want to start, frequenting. Jesus, why that word is whoop my ass. You want to start frequenting your local showcases, different things like that. Because now that you've been in the studio, you've been finding your sound, and now you're ready to get out here. Found your sound, you put it on SoundCloud, you got a good little feedback from people that you don't know outside of your echo chamber, because people that you in the studio with or whatever, they're gonna do, call you hard, call you fire, you done actually got stuff from other people that's not in your echo chamber, and now you want to take it to the stage, man, because as an artist, bro, if you can't perform your music, man, I mean, are you an artist? You're not a performing artist. If you ain't no performing artist, who are you? I was raised on Michael Jackson, some Bobby Brown. People get on the stage. Anyway, we ain't gonna talk about that. Anyway, it's time to touch the stage because that's gonna be a very important part. You know what I'm saying? As you're building a fan pace. Coin that, write it down. We're gonna use that. I don't know what it is, but that's our word. KwaShonne sound, you can't steal that. It's patent by the time that y'all see this. You done built the fan base, right? people don't want to see you. People don't want to, enjoy your music with you. So, go to your local pop-ups around your city or whatnot. It's probably going to be $10 to perform here and there. We'll talk about that in a later episode or whatnot. But as far as right now, spend that $10. Do your due diligence. You're new, you're fresh. Don't nobody really know your name like that. And it's okay, because they will one day, right? You want to go ahead and get out there, get on stages, because performing, I love performing. As you can see, I'm very passionate about performing, right? It's different when you touch the stage, man. Like, performing is like one of my favorite parts of my music. Being able to get up there and entertain people and give them a deeper meaning of the songs, or give them just like a peek inside my world when I created the song, right? So you want to touch those stages. You want to practice so many things within performing. You know what I'm saying? You want to practice projecting. There's going to be a part where you're probably going to be rapping over your songs, which is cool, in the beginning or whatnot, because you want to find your tone. But then you're going to graduate from that to actually using a performance track. And these are things that you're going to want to, be mindful of. You're going to want to know there's going to be different type of venues, different type of acoustics, different type of mics. And these are going to be things that you need to, know as an artist. Like, okay, I see what type of mic it is. This type of performance I'm going to have tonight. This is how I'm going to rock the mic tonight. Or I'm going to use the performance track, or I'm just going to use the track with the lyrics on it. Here nor there. So that's one thing you want to do. And then, you want to get a little bit of feedback on that. See what did you guys think? How did you like the performance? All of this is going to help you become a better artist. It's going to help you mold you all around, on this matriculation, treat it like college, right? This is your freshman year. How do you start your career? All of these things is going to be the things that you want to sit down, lock in, and obsess over. Because I'm telling you, I did it. It wasn't nothing I didn't do. I did it. I've been burned so many times here in the music industry, to now where I still own all my stuff, but I don't get burned as much because I'm in control. I negotiate any and everything that I want. And I can shoot and create this beautiful podcast that you guys are watching, right? I must got to know what I'm talking about, huh? Those are going to be the first things that you want to do. Find you an affordable studio, whether it's with a homeboy or somebody, cousin, family member, whomever it is, man. You want to get in there, you want to find a sound, you want to practice. After that, you want to go and put the music up on SoundCloud or put it on BandLab. Audiomack, like those are free places, right? So like, find you a free platform that you can put your music on or whatnot. Put it on YouTube. Go to YouTube. Put it up there. Get some feedback from people around the world. You know what I'm saying? Practice and all that good stuff. You want to find a sound, practice, put it out there, and then touch some stages, man. Get out there, shake some hands, touch stages, man, and get feedback on your performance. I'm telling you, like, performing, it's like a high that you can't get enough of, right? That's the thing about it. When you're out performing, you're going to definitely want to work on like that stage presence and everything, because it's a big thing. I even tell you a story about that. Here in Atlanta, we have, our hometown heroes that we love, the Migos. While I was in college or whatnot, this was the time that the Migos was like hotter than fish grease, right? So they was, did what they did, showing up and all that stuff. They was performing. It was things, different places where that we can go and see them. I would not go see a Migos performance, no matter how much I love the Migos, for the simple fact of that I hated the way that they performed. Hated. They got on stage, had their mic, and they were just walking back and forth, letting you sing their songs and their lyrics and stuff like that. Nigga, I ain't finna go pay for that. I ain't finna spend my hard-earned money that I got from my mama on your show, and you ain't giving me nothing on the stage, bro. I hated it. Love the Migos. Quavo, Offset, Long Live Takeoff. Love them to death. Scream they songs to the top of my lungs, but would not pay for a show because I wanted to see a show. I ain't finna pay for me to come. If I wanted to go to karaoke, I would have went to karaoke night somewhere at a bar in Decatur. But I want to see you perform, and that's what your fans are going to be doing for you as you get better, as you hone your craft. They're going to come to see you leave it all on the stage. You know what I'm saying? So your stage presence is definitely something that you want to work on. The greats out here, Beyonce, when she performs, man, she leave it on the stage. Usher, when he performs, he leaves it out on the stage. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to put yourself in the mindset of people like that with anything. And that's a great nugget as well when it comes to how do you start your career. Take your time to study your favorite artists as well, to see how unless they're the Migos in 2014, don't study their stage presence. Everything but their stage presence. You can study the Migos now. do a pretty good job. You want to emulate to a certain extent your favorite artist, right? See how they're doing what they do, you know, how they're formulating their songs, you know what I'm saying? How they're performing and stuff like that. You know, you want to take it and add it to your repertoire. I'll tell you something that my brother Wazzy probably don't even remember, or maybe he did. It was like one of the first nights that we met. He was doing a performance for Joshua Dingle. Music Makes Me Happy, and he had taught me so much about presence and things that night, because he came in and he was performing. This was back when Music Makes Me Happy was like in a apartment. It was really, really dope, really, really intimate and cozy. He came in and he was performing, and this tight, like it's like an apartment. It was like an apartment. It was probably somebody apartment that they wasn't living in, and just moved all the furniture out and stuff like that. So we're in there, he's performing and stuff. He was so engaged with the crowd and so in tune. Somebody was in the kitchen, obviously, because it's just an open box. Somebody was in the kitchen and they dropped a glass or something and it broke. And he was like, he's in the middle of his song, and somehow or another he ad-libbed the glass breaking within it. And it was the funniest thing in the world, and went back to the song. It just was dope. I was like, wow, like that's present, that's control. He had everybody in there turned up off of that. It was a great night or whatnot. But that's why stage presence is so powerful. You went and seen oh, 40, my brother 40 here with me. You went to go see Tyler or whatnot, right? And like you see how he does like his productions, right? Like things like that, things that you want to take in, because you know one day you're gonna see yourself on them stages, right? So you know, gotta put the work in. You know, just practicing every single aspect. You want to practice recording. You want to practice being out there, being a performer, and all the other good stuff. And you know, one day you will be amazing. You will be great. Nah, but we're gonna go ahead and close this thing out, man. I want to thank y'all so much for watching. If you found anything in this video helpful, please like, share it to an artist that's out there that needs to know, you know, say, that's been talking to you about, man, I'm finna take this music thing seriously, bro. I'm really finna get on my grind, bro. I'm finna do it. Send it to them, man. I think this would be a good episode for them, to give them some guidelines on where they need to start at, right? Subscribe, because, you know, why wouldn't you? Look at this handsome face. Subscribe. Just subscribe. No, but seriously, thank you so much for tuning in. Really appreciate you. If you are an artist that's watching this right now and you need help formulating your rollout for your next single and or project, sit down with me. Hit me up down in the description of this video. Email me so we can book your rollout roadmap session or whatnot. So, you know, so we're going to get you right here on The Missing Piece or whatnot. And if you're an artist out there and you're looking for a team, make sure that y'all visit smg.ventures if you're looking for a team that cares about you and that wants to see you disrupt. Until the next episode, this is KwaShonne, and this has been The Missing Piece.